I'm joined now by Paul Mitchell, the head of Redistricting Partners. He is the man behind those proposed maps. Paul, thank you so much for making time for us today. So just with you having drawn these maps, Democrats hired your firm Redistricting Partners to do them. Will you be part of the Yes on 50 campaign? Well,
no, I'm not actually part of the Yes on 50 campaign. I'm in this capacity working solely as a line drawer. So my firm, Redistricting Partners, has done over 100 local redistrictings in California, cities, counties, school boards. Just on Thursday night, I had a meeting with a local school board in San Jose, where they're redrawing their boundaries. So a lot of my work has been in this nonpartisan local redistricting. So when this whole thing came up, and at first, it was more just like trying to push Texas to not do their thing. Right? It was kind of like, if you're going to draw 5 districts, we'll draw 5 districts to counter you. It wasn't even seemingly that it was going to happen. But when we first started looking at it, it was that history of doing local redistricting that brought me to this. And I think we did the best we could to try to counter Texas's 5 district pickup.
Okay. I mean, zooming out with these maps, I mean, there are concerns from communities who are speaking out. I know you've said you've tried to abide by the Voting Rights Act, but Lodi, for example, is split into 3 districts, and officials there worry there aren't enough constituents to care about when the community is split apart like that. A similar situation in Fresno County, which is being split into 6 parts. And then ethnic groups, including Asian Americans in Sacramento, Black voters in Stockton, Latino voters in Southern California. How would you respond to those concerns?
Well, so first off, there's always communities that are split in redistricting. So we were able to bring the city of Martinez and make it whole in the districting plan. The county of Solana was split. We were able to make that whole. The city of Vacaville was split. We were able to make that whole. So there are actually fewer city splits in this plan than there was in the original commission plan. It goes from 60 city splits statewide to 57. Secondly, with regards to communities of interest like the Asian community, there was a study done by UCLA that actually looked at the districts in total and said that this plan actually improves Asian voting power. And I expect something similar to come out from Latino groups that are looking at analyzing this to determine how it's affecting Latino voting power, particularly in the Central Valley, to positively impact those communities. So there will be always in a redistricting, somebody will say, wait, the district line, the person across the street from me lives in a different district. That's going to happen every redistricting. And every redistricting done by the Citizens Redistricting Commission or the legislature or through this ballot measure is going to have cities that end up getting split. But there's fewer cities split. So objectively, it's actually better on that metric than the existing commission plan.
Okay, so you push back against some of the local officials that are saying this.
I understand their viewpoint. But I also want to contextualize it, that when you're drawing districts and you have to keep Antioch whole as an example, maybe Antioch in this plan is whole and Lodi is split, and in another decade, maybe Antioch will be split, like the commission split Antioch, and Lodi will be whole. So this happens every redistricting.
I understand you've said this is a complicated process. I mean, is this something you would ever do again if asked?
Well, first off, I don't think this is ever going to happen again. So this ballot measure, and the reason that it's getting a lot of voter support, it is a temporary set of lines that will go into place, and it goes straight back to the Redistricting Commission in 2031. So I think this is never going to happen again, so I'm not going to be asked to draw districts in this manner ever again. And my entire work, whether it was in local government or doing state redistricting, when I did New York Independent Redistricting Commission twice, or New York City Independent Commission, or LA City Independent Commission, my work has always been in nonpartisan redistricting, making sure we're not considering where incumbents live. We're trying to draw districts following the Federal Voting Rights Act, following the State's Fair Maps Act, and using the best guidance and principles and drawing lines. And so that is the core of our business, and that's what I expect our business to be from here on out.
Just in general, I mean, what we're seeing play out across the nation, just what do you make of it? Final thoughts?
Well, I think it's horrible that we're in a situation where we're having this devolving into a redistricting war nationally. We know where it started. It started with Donald Trump going into Texas and saying, I won Texas by such big numbers, I deserve 5 more congressional districts. And that was the beginning of this movement to try to change the election structure in advance of the midterm elections. Instead of candidates going out and getting lawn signs and doing polling and hiring campaign staff, they're trying to change the entire structure of our elections. So this move is the only way California can push back. And nationally, California is the only state in the position to be able to effectively push back. And that's why it's so important. And it is just a one-time thing. It's temporary. We go right back to the norms of the established redistricting commission, which we all support, as soon as this is all over.
All right. Paul Mitchell, we appreciate you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.